Asra, we take data private, methods public, so that no one directly attack the data, everyone attack the data through methods, right? Understanding my statement? You are asking why are you taking private means, sorry to say, you should improve your core Java knowledge. Encapsulation ra babu. That's a basic thought process of encapsulation, right? We combine private data and public method in a single unit. But we try to manipulate private data through public methods. What do you say, guys? That's a basic concept of encapsulation, na? Super. And at this stage, while learning Spring, if you are asking me why are you taking private means, I should say you should improve your core Java urgently. You are in a psychological feeling, you know core Java, but unfortunately to say, you are not, your fundamentals, your basics of core Java is very weak. Please improve them. Please guys, now onwards, whenever I take private properties, public method, if you ask me question, why are you taking private, why are you taking public? So I will definitely give answer, but I will definitely say you are weak in core Java. Shame on you guys. You are learning Spring, and at this stage you are asking me, why are you taking variables private? Why are you taking methods public? Then who asked you to join? Who asked you to join Spring without having core Java fundamentals? Please, these are advanced courses, life-changing courses. Don't play with them. They will play with you. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Yes, guys. That means no support for multiple inheritance. That's one reason. Next. Okay, guys. In inheritance, with inheritance, the code becomes fragile. With inheritance, the code becomes fragile, guys. Fragile means what? Easily breakable. I'll explain every problem. I'll explain Rababu. Now I am explaining each rule. In that one, each sub rule I will explain. Easily breakable. Fragile means easily breakable. Okay, guys. Next, number 3. Fine. Yeah, someone saying that, sir, using interfaces we can achieve inheritance. First of all, tell me, is there anything to inherit in the interface, guys? Interface member variables are by default public static. If you don't implement interface also, they are visible, right? Methods are by default abstract. Nothing is there, only declaration is there. Please don't look at the interfaces in the angle of inheritance. Interfaces in Java are given supporting polymorphism. One interface, multiple implementation classes. Every implementation class, they write their choice logic, their choice logics in the implementation classes, right? So that means each method of interface is implemented in different implementation classes, having different favors of logics or not. Having different favors of logics or not. Super, guys. With inheritance, the code becomes fragile. Next, guys, with inheritance, okay, testing of code is very complex. Testing, guys, sometimes we need to test the code, guys. That is very complex. Super, guys. Shall I take first one? Yeah, but interesting, to solve these problems, to solve these problems, take the support of, to solve these problems, take the support of composition. To solve this problem, take the support of composition. Got the point, guys? Fine. Let's see the problem 1. Problem 1. What is problem 1, guys? Yes. Okay. Let's see the problem number 1. Class A, class B, here is my class C, extends A comma B. extends A comma B. Yeah. Is it valid, guys? Is it valid, guys? Valid or invalid? Invalid. Because Java does not support multiple inheritance. Because Java does not support multiple inheritance. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on. Java does not support multiple inheritance. Super, guys. Solution using composition, guys. Should I? Solution using composition. Super, guys. Solution using composition. Yeah, let's see. Class AB as it is, my dear. Okay, class AB. This one, guys. Class C. Private A is equal to new A of. Private B is equal to new B of. Private A is equal to new A of. Private B is equal to new B of. Arrays, now C is able to work with both the class properties, na boss. Solved or not solved? Composition has solved that problem or not? Okay. Yeah. C can use. C can use A comma B. A comma B classes. The class C can use A comma B classes, data and properties. Understood my statement, guys? Super, guys. Solution using composition. Next, guys. I think everyone convinced. Problem solution. This is my style of presentation. Everything I will give as a problem solution. Earlier also I discussed about that. Right, boss. So that you can understand the things very nicely, guys. Okay. With inheritance, code becomes fragile. This is problem 2. Problem 2. Yeah, with inheritance, code becomes fragile. With inheritance, the code becomes fragile. Fragile means what? Easily breakable. Glass items are fragile. Glass items are fragile. That means they are easily breakable. Very sensitive, boss. Very sensitive, right? We can say they are very, very sensitive. Glass items are fragile. Okay, see this one. You have to understand problem very carefully, my dear. Class A. Class A. Here we have a method M1. Public int M1. Okay. Some logic right now. Logic is not important. Return 100. Done. Super, boss. Next. Class B. Forget about previous classes. Extends A. Extends A. Public into M1. I am overriding method. I am overriding the method. Getting my point, guys? Okay. I am overriding the method. Return 1000. Super, guys. Next, class C extends B. Okay, extends B. Class D extends B. I hope you got the clarity, guys. Come on. Now listen carefully, guys. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. I changed the return type of M1 method from int to float. M1 method from int to float. I changed the return type of M1 method from int to float, guys. Now listen, guys. This class is disturbed, and all the subclasses that are extending from B also disturbed. Observe one thing, guys. With one change done in the top class of the inheritance hierarchy, all the classes in the inheritance hierarchy got disturbed or not? Disturbed or not? Disturbed or not? Say something, my dear. Definitely disturbed, guys. Definitely disturbed. No doubt in that. Disturbed or not? Definitely disturbed. No second thought in that. That means code is very easy, very, very easily breakable or not. Suppose I design 20, 30 classes having an inheritance hierarchy, guys. By just disturbing one method signature in the topmost class in the inheritance hierarchy, I can disturb all the 20, 30 classes of the hierarchy or not. Are network marketing ra babu. Network marketing. Are that network marketing ra babu. I think Tupperware business trick. Somewhere some network is disturbed, entire hierarchy will be disturbed or not. Everyone in the inheritance hierarchy will be disturbed or not? Definitely will be disturbed. Definitely will be disturbed, guys. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. That's why observe. Object class method signature never be disturbed, guys. Java.lang.object class, some methods will be there, their signature will never be changed. Because if they are changed, total Java is disturbed. That is the topmost class in the inheritance hierarchy of every Java class or not? Every Java class inheritance hierarchy stops with object class. You know that, right? The code becomes easily forgotten. If we change the return type of M1 method from int to float, M1 method from int to float, then all the classes that are there M1 method in class A from int to float, guys. Then all the classes that are there in the inheritance hierarchy of are you listening my statement, guys? In the inheritance hierarchy of class A will be disturbed. Class A will be disturbed. Like B, C, etc. classes will be disturbed. I hope you understood, guys. Okay. Disturbed. Yeah. This indicates while using inheritance, the code is easily breakable. Easily breakable. Okay. What is that? Fragile. Fragile. Right, boss? One more statement, guys. Okay. If the Java designers, okay, changes the signatures of java.lang.object class methods, the entire okay Java APIs, entire Java APIs will be collapsed. The entire Java APIs will be collapsed. Tell me, my dear, will be collapsed or not? All the Java APIs will be collapsed or not? Definitely collapse. That's why observe, you see generations, guys. The method signatures of toString method, clone method, certain okay, those method signature will remain same. Object class method signature never changes, guys. They may add 1-2 new methods, but they will not disturb the existing method signature, because we don't know where the toString method is overridden or other methods are overridden. Okay. If you disturb the signature in object class, guys, ultimately you have to disturb in what? Other classes. Extending from other classes, if some more classes are there, there also you have to disturb. So like this, everywhere this disturbance will continue or not, guys? Everywhere this disturbance will continue or not? Okay. I hope you are understanding my statement. Okay. One of your student giving, sir, give this real life example to students. They will understand perfectly. Okay. Fine. Not exact example, Mr. Onkar Ronge, but since you asked, I will share. By taking your name only, I will share your example. Sir, if backside people are copying from one wrong person who is writing exam, who is writing wrong answers in exam, okay, by seeing that one person copies, from that person other person copies, from that person other person copies, okay, this time what happens, guys? The first one who is giving the feeling, I know subject, I am doing well, okay, if he fails and everyone else in the room also failed or not? I think Onkar is telling Onkar is telling out of experience, it seems. You might have got that Jetka once. Right, guys? You might have got that Jetka once in a life. Okay, that's why he is remembered and giving me example. Right, guys? Composition. Okay, only one thing I want to know, Onkar, you are a backside person or front side person? Okay, I want that clarity. Solution using composition. Solution using composition. Solution using composition. Okay, Omkar is agreeing, but Omkar, can you tell me, you are the topmost class in the inheritance hierarchy or middle classes of inheritance hierarchy? Give me that clarity also. Solution using composition, guys. See the same concept, guys. Class A, public wide M1, written 100. Okay, not wide, guys. We'll make it int as usual in our stuff. Yeah, no inheritance, Rabav. Class B, public into M1, but here private A is equal to new A of. Private A is equal to new A of. If B wants to use A properties, guys, it will call the method, right? Now, int x is equal to int val is equal to A dot M1 of. Super. Something, guys. Return val plus 100 and of the story. Return val plus 100 and of the story. Similarly, here also, there are classes extending from. Here also, there are some classes extending from B. There are classes extending from B. Class C extends B, Class D extends B. There are classes. Okay, now you observe, but there is no relation, inheritance relation between B and A. Are you noticing it, guys? Now listen. Yes, you changed this one to into 2 float. Okay, cool. You changed this one to into 2 float. Yeah, definitely what happened, this will be disturbed, guys. Why? This is giving float value, but we are trying to store in the int. Only this line will be disturbed, right? Only this line, not other lines. Only this line will be disturbed, guys. Are you listening my statement? Okay. The classes that are extending from B will be disturbed. C and D will be disturbed. Class B will be disturbed. Only this line will start showing error. Come on, my dear. Are you feeling it or not? Only this will be disturbed. And I can set right that line, guys. I can definitely set right that line. I can definitely set right that line, boss. Okay, how to set right that line, guys? I can definitely set right that line. Int val is equal to, how to set that? Okay, int val is equal to, acha, 1 minute. I should not disturb. Previous line we'll keep, we will strike off this line now. Now what should I do? I have to improve that line. Int val is equal to math dot round off. Int val is equal to math dot round off A dot M1. Though we are getting float value, we are rounding up the value to get the int value. We are rounding up the value to get the int value. Superna was easy. Enjoyed my statement. Only this line is disturbed. Any disturbance to C and D? Okay, I am not saying composition has solved this problem for 100%, but limited that problem to that line, that where that method is being invoked. It is not disturbing other classes that are there in the hierarchy. Come on, boss. It's because of. Okay. Only where that method being called, only those lines are disturbed. Okay. Some data will not be round. Round means Round means what? Nearest value you are rounding down. And if you go to shopping mall also, they will round down the bill na. 60 NP, they will make it 1 rupee. 40 NP, they will try to reduce 1 rupee. I mean, they try to reduce 40 NP. Yes, na boss. Yeah, sometime we are not losing anything. Here, typecasting is not required. Yeah, if you are interested, you can go for typecasting also. That's up to you. But this is the best suitable solution. Here, guys, if the M1 method signature of class A is disturbed, if the M1 method signature of class A is disturbed, guys, M1 method signature of class A is disturbed. Okay, disturbed. Return type is changed from. Return type is changed from. Where, guys? Return type is changed from int to float. Then only those lines where that method is being invoked will be disturbed. Only those methods, then only those lines, only those lines. Tell me, guys, where that method is being invoked will be disturbed in other classes, but not all the classes of inheritance hierarchy will be disturbed. But not all the classes of inheritance hierarchy will be disturbed. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. But not all the classes of inheritance hierarchy will be disturbed. Cool, guys. Is being invoked will be disturbed in other classes, but not all the classes of inheritance hierarchy will be disturbed. Okay. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Everyone getting my point, guys? Okay. So listen carefully. Code is really fragile here, guys. Code is really fragile here. No. Is that much sensitive? Is it that much sensitive, guys? No. Understanding my point, guys? All the people in the inheritance hierarchy got disturbed? No. Only those lines where that method is invoked is disturbed. That also can be rectified by doing some conversions or typecastings, right? By doing conversions and typecastings. Okay. Okay. So we can say So we can say code for a fragile problem of inheritance is restricted to, okay, restricted to few lines by changing the code to, what guys? By simply literally changing the code to composition. By simply literally changing the code to composition. Convinced guys? Super boss. So this is a second problem. Shall we go to problem number 3, boss? I think you are enjoying why Spring prefers composition. Observe other day in wish message generator, I want to use date class object services. I have gone for inheritance or composition based as a property. Yeah, composition based has a property. Now I am explaining the reason why we are preferring composition. Suppose at a time I want date and other class behavior in the wish message generator. That time inheritance is possible or not possible. What we have to use? Composition concept we have to use or not? Definitely we have to take the support of composition concept. Right. Problem 3 guys. With inheritance, testing of code is very complex. Yes, this is my problem 3. With inheritance, the testing of code is very complex, guys. Problem 2. Problem 1. Have a look, guys. Once again, class A, public into M1, some logic, return 100. M2 return 1000 done. Class B. What is this? Extends A. M3 guys, M4. Extends M3 guys, M4. 1000 here is 10,000. 1000 here is what? 10,000 guys. Okay guys, in main class. Okay. In main class. Alexa, activate class. Super. In main class guys. Now let's see guys. B is equal to new B of B dot M1, B dot M2, B dot M3, B dot M4. Total how many methods are there guys? 4 methods I am trying to call. Total how many methods? 4 methods I am trying to call. Got it guys? Got it? M1, M2, M3, M4. Total how many methods we are trying to call here? 4 number of methods we are trying to call here. Super. Yes. Here is my M1, M2, M3 and M4. Understood my statement, guys? Come on. M1, M2, M3 and M4, guys. Clear, my dear? Got the clarity? Come on. Are you with me? Tell me, guys. Here one thing I have to say. Lots of big testings will be done by tester. But testing programmer's code is programmer's responsibility, na? And that testing is called unit testing, guys. Okay. Programmer's testing on his own piece of code is called unit testing. On his own piece of code is called unit testing. Programmer's testing on his own piece of code is called unit testing. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on. On his own piece of code is called unit testing, guys. Right, boss. This testing can be done either manually or using tools like JUnit. Using tools like JUnit. What do you say, guys? But what's the problem here, What's the problem here, While working with inheritance, okay, to test the classes of inheritance, hierarchy, we need to write test cases. Test cases means possibilities, guys. Test cases for the direct methods of the class. Come on, guys. For the direct methods of the class and also for the inherited methods of the class. For the direct methods of the class, also for the inherited methods of the class. Convinced, my dear? Also for the inherited methods of the class, guys. Everyone convinced, my dear? So that means we need to write unit testing code not only for direct methods, even for inherited methods. See, M2, M3, M4 are direct methods. But since M1, M2 also invocable, you should write unit testing code for what? Both direct methods and inherited methods are not. Direct methods of class B. Next, inherited methods of, what is this, guys? Inherited methods of class A. Inherited methods of class A. Inherited methods from class A. From class A. Comfortable, guys? Convinced or not? Class A, class B. Class B extends A, guys. M1, M2, M3, M4. All these things you enjoyed or not, guys? Got the clarity or not, boss? What is test case, guys? I used the one word called test case. Test case is a test plan. Test case is a test plan where we try to match actual results with expected results. Understanding my statement, guys? Expected results. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Actual results with expected results. Okay. If matched, test case is succeeded. Test case is passed. If not matched, test case is failed. Okay. Like this. For every method, multiple possible test cases you have to write, guys. All permutation and combination based test cases you have to write. So then, if all test cases are succeeded, test is succeeded. If one test case is failed, test is failed. Are you listening my statement, guys? This is the problem with the testing, boss. Not only you have to test a direct method, you are forced to test inherited method. You are forced to test inherited method. The solution using composition. Solution using composition. Solution using composition. Solution using composition. Right, boss? Class A as it is, Babu. Class A as it is. Done. Class B. Class B. Private A is equal to new A of. Okay, A is equal to new A of. Nice, boss. M3 and M4, guys. M3 and M4, guys. Done. Done. Everyone understanding my statement, boss? Super. One place M3, one place M4. End of the class. Right. Okay, here I'm just using into val is equal to A dot M. Some logic, return val plus 100. Okay, and it is having its own logic. Return 1000. Okay, now listen carefully, guys. Do I need to test? Okay. Main class. In main class. In main class. B is equal to new B of B dot M3. B dot M. B dot M3, B dot M. Cool, na? Can I invoke M1, M2 now? Can I invoke M1, M2 now? No. So I have to do unit testing only on M3 and M4 or not? Here, we need to do unit testing only on B class methods, not on A class methods. You need to do unit testing only on B class methods, not on A class method, not on A class method. Comfortable, guys? Getting my point here, guys? Only on B class methods, not on A class